know that there's some sensitive holidays in there that we want to make sure that everything's accessible for you and your family to get in and out of your houses. Generally, during construction, unless they're like right in front of your house, there should be no reason for you to have an issue to get in and out. If there's a need for a driveway to be replaced, which, let me see.
I had mine done in, I
so
think, 2017.
Yeah, looking at yours, it looks like it's in fairly good condition. I think your neighbors might be getting done. But so for anybody that wants to listen to this, usually if you have a driveway apron replaced, we ask that you stay off that between 3 and 5 days to allow the concrete to cure properly. Otherwise, as the construction is ongoing, you should be able to get in and out of your properties without any issue. Trash will be picked up normal time, recycle will be picked up on normal time. Usually we ask that those folks come through first thing in the morning so we get them in and out. We'll make sure that the roadways open for emergency vehicles. So if there's, God forbid, an emergency, should be no issue for those folks to get in and out. Remington and Vernick will have an inspector on site for the majority of the project. He'll have a construction events on with Remington and Vernick on the back. So if there's any issues real time, I ask you to talk to that person. Otherwise, I think we post our information on the website. So my name, email, phone number should all be on there. And I think a little synopsis, a bullet point of what the project is for anybody to look that up if they want to get in contact with us.
Yeah, just to back that up, so everybody, we did have a couple other people join us. Looks like by phone. Under the government section of the website, there's a page called Municipal Projects that has information on all current projects as well as context for that. So if anybody has an issue, like Tim said, if there's somebody on site, you can talk to them directly, or if you have a larger issue, you can reach out to either Tim or I, and we can help figure out what's going on.
One of the more sensitive issues during these projects is usually tree removal. There is no tree removal as part of this work, so there should be no concerns about that. If something comes up during construction where there's a damage to a limb or damage to a root, we'll have to consult with the Shade Tree Commission at that time and figure out what would happen to that tree. But at this time, there's nothing scheduled to be removed. Again, kind of short and sweet. I don't know if a few people joined late, so I don't know if I have to start over or not, but if anybody has any specific questions, I can try to ask.
Well, that's right. Let's start with Carol since she's a panelist. We can see her. She doesn't have to raise her hand or anything. And folks that are on as attendees, looks like we've had a couple people dial in. So you can raise your hand if you have a question. Carol, do you have any questions regarding the project?
Yeah, just a few things. And I think you've already addressed it about the curb. Back in around either 2017 or 2018, I had the driveway and the apron replaced. So it's in very good condition. If I'm understanding you correctly, that means that I would have access through there during the project at all times?
Correct. So the only time you would be inconvenienced is when the equipment is literally driving in front of your driveway.
Okay.
So you'll be notified. It's a good point. So the contractor will notify you by a door hanger or a flyer 48 hours in advance of the work. So you'll know exactly when they're going to be there.
Okay, good.
That will have emergency contact information on it as well for the contractor in case there's an issue with their equipment or, bless you.
Thank you.
Whatever.
Did you happen to mention what time of morning they get started?
So they have to abide by the noise ordinance. So it's nothing earlier than 7 a.m.
Okay. What about things like oil deliveries? Because the cooler weather's coming in and I'm sure I'll be getting deliveries during sometime in November.
Whether it's oil or FedEx or UPS or whatever it is, they'll still be able to get in. They might have to maneuver around some equipment, or sometimes they park at the end of the street and kind of walk those packages up. But if there's something like oil that needs to be delivered at a specific time, just maybe send me an email when you look up the contact information on the website, and I can just
okay, because they just seem to turn up. I don't really know what their schedule is.
No. We have a good contractor. I'm happy to have the contractor that we have. They're relatively local. They're good to deal with. So I'm sure they'll make any acquaintances or any necessary. Geez, why am I losing my mind? They'll be able to work out whatever we need to work out. So.
Okay. That's about it for questions from me.
All right, and I have promoted FG Zoom 5. We can't see you, we don't know your name. I don't know if you're just listening. If you have any questions. Hi there.
Here I am.
Hi.
Didn't know what
I'm
time it
Cass.
was in there.
Yeah, and I think you must on a little late. I don't know if you heard the synopsis in the beginning or any of the introductions. I'm Cass, I'm the Borough Administrator. Commissioner Morgan Robinson is on, and Tim is our Borough Engineer. He kind of gave an overview, but if you hopped in late or we missed anything, you are welcome to ask any questions you have right now.
Yeah, sorry to be redundant, but I thought I had heard that there is going to be some sewer work done as part of this project. Is that correct? And the reason I'm asking is because the sewer at, I guess, is Virginia and Grant is always floods over, and I didn't know if there was going to be any remediation work taken as part of this project.
Yeah. So when you say sewer, we're going to say storm sewer.
Storm drain.
Sewer. So storm sewer, yes, there's going to be a reconstruction of all the structures at the intersection there. I think there's 4 of them. Those inlet structures will be rebuilt. They will be brought up to current code. But I think the bigger issue is recontouring of the gutter lines of the roadway to make sure that the water flows through, through those and makes it to those inlets. So yes, there will be improvements there. I think that'd probably be one of the bigger benefits of the project to the neighborhood.
Yeah, I've suffered from that, because of kind of the ups and downs of the contour, getting behind and up, and then having the water lay at the bottom of my driveway. How much of the road surface is going to get taken down and then put back up? And I guess I'm asking just, because I think I heard somebody else say that they have a new apron, as do I. The plan would not be to cover any of the existing aprons, would they?
No. So generally, the idea is to mill off the first 2 inches of the roadway surface and then overlay with new material of 2-inch thickness. Just on the surface, that's the intent. In certain areas where we need to recontour the road, we may take off more or less to make sure that positive flow can occur. In those instances, if there's a change in elevation at a driveway, we would need to remove the driveway apron and accommodate a proper reveal on the gutter line or on the curb line for the apron. No, there's no driveway should be buried or paved over with asphalt.
Okay.
And you said already. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to ask, and you said you were going to start on November 1. Do you have an expected finish date on that project then?
November 1 is the proceed date for the contract. So whether or not they're there that day, I can't say for sure. They'll notice you by door hanger or flyer 8 hours in advance of when they're actually going to be there. I expect the work to take about 4 weeks once they get started. And again, we're
weather permitting.
Yeah, we're in a time period now where we can be impacted by weather. So we'll have to kind of play that by ear.
And what about trash and leaf removal during the project?
So all services will be maintained. Typically, we just have Public Works or trash recycling come in first thing in the morning so that everything's clear and out of the way for the construction to commence during the start of the day.
Okay.
Does that mean we should still be putting our leaves out during this project?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Just put them on the park strip, just not in the gutter.
Okay.
Yeah, reminder, your leaves always belong on your curb strip, not on the street.
Okay. One other question, and you may have already covered this. The curbs themselves, are they being replaced?
In select areas.
Because part of mine is broken. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, so only where we're changing elevation of the gutter to allow for water to flow so that you don't have a limited gutter or a limited curb or too high of a curb.
Okay.
Or if it's damaged to the point where I can't pave against it. If it's simply cracked or spalled or something like that, that's not something that warrants.
I've got a chunk out. That's why
Yeah,
I
if
was
it's just a
asking.
spall, it most likely will not be replaced.
Mm.
All right. Anything else, guys?
None for
That's it
me.
for-
You answered all my questions. Thank you.
Thank you
Super.
for your time.
You're welcome. And like we said, if you have
problem.
any questions during the course of the project, oh, hold on, you got another note, Tim? Oh, it
No, I'm
sounded like you
good.
remembered something. Okay.
Nope, I'm good.
Any questions during the project, let us know. Hopefully, everybody is happy with a nice smooth road by December-ish. But if you need anything, just reach out to us. That's what we're here for.
Very good. Thank you very
All
much.
right.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
folks.
Thanks. See you.